Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here.
And I'm Sorlin Greg.
And welcome back to Ocarina of Time. When we last left off, we met Jeff Ganondorf Goldblum, and
Jeff Goldblum in his most challenging role yet.
We're pretty much at a point in the story now that if we go any further with the story, basically
you don't really have to worry about spoilers at this point. This is a 20-year-old
Look,
game.
I am still mad at not having played Final Fantasy VII all the way through yet, and everyone's like, "Oh, everyone should know that Aerith dies."
Yeah, you should, so you know not to, like, make her, like, a main party member.
And now that that possibly quite emotional part of the game is now ruined for me, and people are going to ask me, well, why didn't you cry when Aerith died in Final Fantasy VII? I'll be like, because I already knew it would happen. Because you fuckers ruined it for me. Anyway.
Besides, Phantasy Star did that shit, like, years prior anyway. They did it twice, even.
Oh, I don't know about that. I only know about, like, in Phantasy Star 4. Because I watched a Let's Play of that, like, a little while back. Not by but that was Kakoskia. Kakoskia is still a good egg, as far as I know. As
far as we know. God only knows what is going on in Markiplier's basement. That's all I got to say.
Anyway, there's a bombable wall here.
He strides down in like a Slipknot mask, like shackles hanging from his wrists as the tied-up, terrified woman looks at him with horror, and he goes, his voice muffled through the mask goes, "Hello everyone, I'm Markiplier."
Are you kink-shaming Markiplier?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm not saying it's consensual. I realized that halfway through the joke, that it could be construed that way.
So that should be the last one in here.
Post-production, scratch that joke and replace it with horse whinnying noises, please.
Okay, Blazing Saddles. I probably should have cast Favor's Win at the beginning of the dungeon, so I could just warp out.
Oh, so you can warp back to it?
Yeah,
that's really useful.
But I didn't do that, so we'll just warp out through the boss room.
That's one thing about Zelda randomizer shit. Like, you really start to get used to being able to use the mirror and the flute to just warp around. And then when you get a seed where you don't fucking find it, it's like, oh god, you mean I have to walk? You mean I gotta walk from the Palace of Darkness to Thieves Town?
Why don't I have the boots yet?
What am I, a fucking
Philistine?
Exactly.
Why don't I have a lamp? Why I needed like the torches?
You never find the boots though, because they're.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They're not. There's only a couple of things they unlock. There's a couple of things you can dash into. The Woodsman Hut, the King's Grave, and that
I need some bugs.
Dashable rock formation next to the sanctuary, and it lets you get into Misery Mire if you don't have the hook shot. So unless one of those things hides a necessary item, it's very likely that the boots just aren't in logic. So they end up being in a dungeon you don't need to go to, or they end up being somewhere in Ganon's tower or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's nice when you find them early though, and it usually means that you need to go to one of the things that you need the boots to get access to.
Well, at least I'll know that if like in whatever has the green pendant, if they have like the big key inside the big chest, then I know that I won't have to talk to Sahasrara afterwards.
Exactly.
Now the reason I got rid of the fairy out of this bottle is because I'm getting some bugs. I think there's some bugs over here.
There's something else I was going to say about the randomizer, but I just completely fucking blanked on it. Oh, yeah. If you are doing a seed and you get the cape super early, definitely make a beeline for the one cave that you need the cape to get through in the Dark World Overworld. Because I guarantee you, if you find the cape in, like, Kakariko Village, there's something you need in that cave.
I have the Cane of Birna in my current seed. Does that count?
No, you can't get past the that one.
Oh, you can't get past the.
Cave, you need to pass the barrier. Cane of Birna will get you the Spike Cave.
That's what I was thinking of.
But you also need the hammer, the gloves,
I don't have the gloves.
I
I actually need the Pegasus boots in order to get one set of the gloves. It's in their library.
Oh, I always hate that. It's always so frustrating when something is in a place where you know it, you can see it, like the library or the Desert Palace ledge, but you don't have the things you need to get to it.
Right. I'm looking for bugs, by the way.
Who isn't?
If you have bottle bugs and you go to one of the bean planting holes, you can let the bugs down in there and they'll eject a Skulltula for you.
Bottle bugs for bean cultivation.
And the only place I know of, like, where they are right off the bat is in the graveyard, and I'm trying not to go all that.
Oh, there you go. You found me. Come here, bugs.
Yeah, I didn't want to go all the way to the fucking graveyard.
This is the oddest remake of A Bug's Life I've ever seen. Oh, wait, can anybody tell me why there were, like, 2 Hollywood, like, big-budget animated films within, like, a year of each other about bugs? There was A Bug's Life and Ants.
I watched the wrong one in theaters.
Like, Ants with a Z, which
Yes.
is how you know it was the late 90s.
It was not a good movie.
I don't particularly remember either of them being particularly good.
I've heard A Bug's Life is good. But I can confirm that Ants was not.
But how does that happen? Because that happens with odd regularity sometimes. Like,
well,
there was the Bug's Life and Ants, and then there was, what was it, the 2 movies that came out that were about, like, magicians, like, period pieces about magicians at the same time. The Illusionist and The Prestige came out,
were those
like,
at the
same
time?
year. Yeah, they came out, like, right on top of each other.
Shit, I didn't know
Like,
that.
how does that happen? Like, is that just studios ripping each other off? Are they seriously like, oh man, this fucking, like, period piece with Edward Norton as a magician, this is gonna be the hot new thing. All the kids are gonna want that this season. The big Halloween costume, it's gonna be Ed Norton from The Illusionist in the fucking magician suit.
God damn it, Hugh Jackman!
Oh, no, nobody wants... Those are like the pooply kids. Like, nobody wants the Hugh Jackman Prestige outfit. They want the Ed Norton Illusionist costume.
Who would you rather have, Wolverine or the Hulk?
He was the Hulk, wasn't he?
He was the in the first MCU
That's
Hulk
got a
movie.
sting. Like, you were the Hulk. Like, you were the iconic character. But
would've-
because you were in it before, like, the whole, like, Marvel Extended Universe thing happened.
No.
Like, you got, like, screwed out of all that, like, the, like, Avengers money.
Okay, so here's how it is. The first Hulk movie was Eric Bana.
Right.
The second movie, The Incredible Hulk, was Edward Norton. That was MCU.
Okay.
The only reason that Mark Ruffalo is Hulk now is because Edward Norton is an asshole and kept fighting with Joss Whedon or something like that.
Oh,
during the Avengers filming, so they replaced him.
Well, now I don't feel bad. Way to screw yourself out of Avengers money.
Yeah,
Ed Norton. Sorry, you only have to put up with the money from your other Hollywood movies. You jerk.
Fight Club.
We're gonna get one dislike on this video. And we're gonna know who did it. Hugh Jackman. Yes, bump. Perfect.
Flawless victory. Oh, that made my day.
That was awesome.
Okay, so I'm scanning around.
So what are we looking for here? More bugs?
More Skulltulas. There's another bean hole.
But really, if somebody knows how those weird, like, if they're coincidences, or how those things happen, where studios make 2, like, not particularly, like, high-dollar making movies at the same time, like, let me know. And like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know below, and like, comment, and subscribe as well.
Get back here.
I'm free! I'm a bug!
A bug on the land!
Free bug on the land! Am I being detained in this bottle? You do not have the authority to place me in this bottle! You are impeding my right to... What is it? My freedom of movement! That's it. Sovereign bug citizen.
Sovereign citizen. Everyone is a sovereign citizen in frickin' Hyrule.
Apparently. Well, I mean, you have such, like, a loose fucking kingdom.
Did I plant the bean over here? I just want to make sure that...
They definitely do not have high crown authority in the Kingdom of Hyrule.
Look at the Hyrulean flag. It has gold fringes on it.
I know! Gold fringe on the flag. Oh! This will not stand.
Yeah, unfortunately, because we were in the middle of a dungeon, one thing I did not do in between sessions like I wanted to was buy the rest of the magic beans. So that's something extra I gotta do at some point later.
The King of Hyrule kept trying to, get his vassals to pass higher crown authority so he could expand his domain. But unfortunately, his only vassal is Ganondorf. So, haha. Ha 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 ha.
What about... Oh, never mind.
Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah, we were here, like, last week.
Were we? Was that in April?
Oh, actually, no. That was actually a few weeks ago. I don't even know why that's important.
The YouTube playthroughs.
This is Sacred Forest meta. Remember that was a joke I really liked.
Ah, yes.
So there should be. I don't know if this is.
None of the Nintendo games of the very highest quality.
The Japanese.
Video games. Nintendo will sell no game before it's time.
That's why Breath of the Wild was on the Switch.
Pat, after our recording last week, because we were doing the Orson Welles jokes, Patrick showed me the Animaniacs thing of them doing the Orson Welles.
Yes, always.
The Orson Welles, what was it, the peas or whatever?
Yeah, it was the frozen peas
and I showed him the
drunk Orson Welles.
The drunk Orson Welles French champagne commercial, which is fantastic. Are we just doing this? He's just staring at the camera like Orson action. Are we doing it?
We need to. If we ever get a chance to do another 10 shots, 10 bots, I need to fit that in somewhere, but I don't know if I have enough bots to do a fourth one.
You've got a lot of bots over there.
Yeah, but I've already reviewed all of them already.
You could throw some Gundams in.
Those are fragile. Those are models.
Gundams.
Yeah, but they're models. They're very fragile.
Fair enough.
What I'll do is...
Will the giant dinosaur be one of the 10 bots?
It could be.
How will you know when it's chosen?
Well, there's a smaller bot that's part of it that you can present. And be like, this is part of the Big Yoshi. But, I don't know. We'll get to a point where it's just like, okay, just, pick 10 items from around the room.
Pick 10 items and review them. This is the mic. This has the microphone.
This is my Doctor Strange mini poster that I got.
Once you get to shot 9, I'm like, this is the story of a girl. Doctor Strange poster. Sorry.
Yeah, this is right. You just hand me something. I'd be like, are we just doing this then?
The Marvel comics.
Now we should be able to clear out Lon Lon Ranch of all of its spiders
excellent.
while we're young.
Saint Link, he drove the spiders out of Hyrule.
They were kind of a bigger pain in the ass to get in Hyrule Warriors, though.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I love Hyrule Warriors, though. Just all of the.
It's such a good game.
All of the fan service. Are you interested in getting the Persona one when that comes out?
I don't know. It will depend. I'll have to see it.
I think that's going to be... I mean, I definitely want to beat Persona 5 at some point in the near future, but...
I feel like in order to be purely fan service... Now, is it have other Persona games, or is it just 5?
As far as I know, it's just 5, but Persona 4 Arena had Persona 3 characters in it, so I think it's possible.
If it's going to be like a good fan service-y, like Musou game, or however you pronounce that, it's gotta have like 5, 4, and 3 characters all banding together to fight like a sexy wizard.
Well, that's you know what I mean. I don't know about the sexy wizard part, but that's what Persona Q2 is 3, 4, and 5. And I actually one of the YouTube recommendations that came up when I was listening to music. I got to listen to the battle themes for Persona Q2, and they're pretty good.
Oh, nice. Did you now you didn't hear any ableist slurs in them, did you?
That actually is not a thing.
Oh, I know.
It's just Kotaku wanted to find a reason
get
to
some clickbait.
Yeah, they just wanted. Yeah.
That was.
Oh
some,
man,
that was some funny shit.
They got me on some clickbait recently. I don't remember what it is. Oh yeah, it was when the fucking in Final Fantasy XIV when the ability to visit other people's servers came up. And someone, one of the major Kotaku writers was complaining that her exclusive server wasn't so exclusive anymore.
Oh my god!
And it's like, no, you're on.
These riffraff invading my MMO server.
I mean, first off, you're on Balmung. The reason it's so exclusive is, and I know that I'm falling for the clickbait again, but.
That's all the internet is.
It's just like, you're in Balmung. Balmung is overcrowded because so many people started on there. It's one of the legacy servers, so it was around since 1.0, and people just didn't want to leave. So it's exclusive because no one really has a chance to create a character on there because there's no room.
It's not really exclusive. It's just like a retirement home. Like, nobody can get in there because it's full of old people.
And ERP.
Ugh.
That's where a lot of the ERP... I think Hyperion, my server, is getting a lot of that now, too. But Balmung is known for a lot of ERP and cringy stuff like that.
I mean, I have nothing against it in principle, but why?
I don't know. The internet, man.
Why would I go through all the trouble? Like, there's people out there who go through all the trouble of setting up an account, of paying a monthly fee to play Final Fantasy, and instead they use it to type sex words at each other.
I don't know if you're interested in playing again at any point, even for
playing
a little bit.
How?
I mean, there's a thing called the callback campaign going on right now. Where like I could send you a code or something like that, and then you can play for up to like 10 days for free.
Oh, nice!
And
oh dear God!
Also, you can get Heaven's Ward for free right now.
You get Heaven's Ward for free right now?
I think so. Yes.
Nice. I might have to take you up on that.
Although, if you get if you get Stormblood, you get Heaven's Ward for free. Anyway.
Yeah.
And Shadowbringers is going to have both of them for free. I thought there was a. Is it this one over here? I think it's just this one over here. I don't know why I thought the bomb was free. This is not what I wanted.
Welcome to the hole. Now you're gone.
Where you going?
Also, there's random holes in Hyrule that lead to creepy places. It's like real life.
Some of them have money in it.
The ones in real life don't have money in them.
No, they have far more scarier and disappointing things.
Yes.
Here we go.
Ah, yes.
The French.
The Deku. Scrub. One piece of heart.
For 10 rupees.
Nice.
I thought I would have to. I thought that he would give me like a higher price at first, and then I would negotiate it down. But that's actually Majora's Mask.
Ah, yes.
That's another.
The technology just wasn't there to add bartering to Hyrule in
Yeah.
They're
past
Ocarina.
bartering. This is a capitalist society.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, they're literally selling hearts. Is this Gerudo?
No, this is going to Lake Hylia.
Ah.
Oh, since we're going through Lake Hylia this way, this is the first time we actually see this cutscene here. Because when we came through here originally, we came up from the back way through Zora's
So we got
domain.
to skip it.
So we got to skip it.
Nice. So this is the prime vacation destination for Hyrule.
This is some weird old man's house over here.
He's squatting. So we're going to infest his house with bugs! That's what we do.
There's Skeleton in here.
Put some bugs. Put some bugs on the ground. Put some bugs. I did a good thing. You rang.
No!
Why did I leave the safety of the ground?
I swear I would never fall for that again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're gonna just avoid him.
We're gonna close the game to avoid him.
That's not... Okay. How many do we have? 29. I know there's a couple in Dodongo's Cavern, but we could just, like, wait on those, because I'm going to be going back in there as Adult Link. Because that's the only way that you can get one of them is as Adult Link. Come on. There's one that spawns right here.
Oh, dear God! Fucking samurai moves there. I was ready for him.
Sekiro. except in Sekiro, the gold Skulltula will like reconstitute himself and then
murder you.
Murder you as a giant spider.
You got to parry all of his arms. Hey, where are you going? I am the wise owl.
Why don't you come back here? Why does no one want to stay a while and listen?
Alright, so here's the Hyrule Historical Society.
They got spiders on their shit too. I can't remember. I don't think there's one up near the.
Hey, listen! That's a spider.
Great Queen Spider.
Just be glad you don't have to get past any water lizards.
I don't think that there's one at the like on the outside of the fishing game. But I'm just gonna check anyway.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to try to 100% of all this from memory, but sometimes I need to double-check things.
Remember, kids, in 1998, water looked like this in video games. Now
the water is good enough to make that one Miiverse guy post every single time.
There are supercomputers using thousands of processing hours to make the most realistic water possible.
Thinking machines, supercomputers.
Are these video games autoerotic?
It's kind of a ride.
That it is. I like your conservation of motion here by having Link roll everywhere. I'm not dizzy. I'm not dizzy. I like it.
It's just kind of. I did this so much as a kid. I don't even know if it even makes me go that much faster. It's just something I've gotten used to doing over the years.
Given all the Link to the Past things that are emulated in this game, you really should have gotten the Pegasus boots.
Yeah, really. I mean, Link's Awakening has Pegasus boots. Why not Ocarina of Time? Why not any other game? Has there been any other game that's had Pegasus boots? Oracle games kind of had Pegasus seeds.
Like a dash boot? I can't think of any other Zelda games that do that. Whoa! You knocked his block off.
I think it's already almost nighttime. The day-night cycle is not long in this game.
No, it is not. The lives of Hyrule citizens are like flies. Nasty, vicious, and short. Their wings torn off by an angry and capricious god.
This is also my favorite song in the game.
Oh, hell yes.
That's
the
why
Gerudos are really just the best in general, really. In every Zelda game they're in, they own.
I don't know. Majora's Mask, they were just kind of there. I mean, they were pirates in Majora's Mask, but...
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes!
What other games were they in, though?
Breath of the Wild.
Besides Breath of the Wild.
Weren't there Gerudo knockoffs in Skyward Sword? I don't know.
No.
Okay, I'm wrong. You tell us what other games the Gerudos have been in. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Maybe Twilight Princess? It's been
They
a
were
while
in
since I played
Deus
Twilight
Ex,
Princess.
obviously.
They were in Deus Ex. They were the actual heads of the NSF.
Exactly. And they're in Barbie's Horse Adventures, because who do you think got Barbie the horses? Pretty much every game with a lighthouse in it has is connected and has Gerudo.
We didn't really get to see it, but there were Gerudos in Transformers Devastation.
Just shaking my head if you weren't good enough to unlock the secret Gerudo level in Jonathan Blow's masterpiece, The Witness.
So there are actually 2 pieces of heart in this area, and you can only kind of get one at a time. Like, once you get one, you can't like go back and get the other very easily. Because if you fall down this river down here, that sends you right back to Lake Hylia.
And right back in the carbonite.
And there's no easy way to, like, put this chicken down, get the piece of heart out of the crate, and then pick the chicken back up to go back.
Throw him into the wall.
Because he's going to try to bugger off during this... See, he just went off. So that's what
and
always
just like
happens.
that, he's gone.
Suddenly
Death!
10. Suddenly you were gone. From all the lives you left your mark upon.
Ah, yes. That's where they got it. Link just dives off a cliff into the water from hundreds of feet up, and is fine, of course.
He feels the way you would.
It's like in Assassin's Creed when you can climb to the top of some like famous building and then leap off of it into like a pile of hay.
There's always a pile of hay.
There's always a pile of hay.
I mean, I've only...
Every game with a pile of hay in it technically takes place in the Assassin's Creed universe.
There's hay in the in that secret room in the... We went to the secret room in the... got the piece of heart in Lon Range.
Harvest Moon? More like Assassin's Moon.
You just don't play as the assassin in those games.
Yeah, you play as the farmer who feeds the assassins. That's very important, you know.
That's actually a game that I was... I'm probably at some point in the far, far future when I'm done with my backlog and I'm just going to be like casually playing games. I'm probably going to get into Stardew Valley, but...
Oh, I was going to say Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon's great.
I have Harvest
Stardew
Moon.
Valley's great too, but I hate admitting this. I literally don't play it as much as I should because I never really got into it. Because I own a physical copy of it, and it's like literally the perfect like indie game to have just digitally on your hard drive.
That's what I get a lot of my stuff digitally nowadays anyway.
It's like, do I really want to take this copy of Dark Souls 3 out of my PlayStation and pop in Stardew Valley to play it and switch it out tomorrow? Maybe later.
Well, I wouldn't get it on the PlayStation. I'd get it on the Switch, but...
That's fair. Definitely a good idea.
Pretty much the Switch is like... At this point,
your main console,
the priority console. Like if there was something that was only on the PS4, then yeah, I'll get it on the PS4. But if it's like something that's on both the PS4 and the Switch, I'm getting on the fucking Switch.
Like Days Gone, available wherever video games are sold.
Not so fast.
Totally not a paid promotion.
Isn't Days Gone like not on? Or no, I'm thinking of something else.
Days Gone is that like shitty looking like zombie Sons of Anarchy open world game that Sony published a couple weeks ago that got like really like middling reviews.
I was thinking there was like another game that had the word Days in it that was on the Switch, but then they took it off because there was like some like editing software hidden in that, and then like the creator was like, "Hey, you can use this." Cool
I
thing.
heard about that.
And then people were like. And then Nintendo was like, we don't like that because people will find ways to get backdoors and hack in the Switch. So,
you know,
no,
he
thank
can
you.
say that that's why he did it, to like teach people code or whatever. But come on, you built a backdoor into the Switch in your game and told people so every fucking Switch homebrew person and person who wants to run homebrew on their Switch would buy your game. It's like back in the what console was it? Was it the Vita? It was the Vita, I think, where for a long time the way to crack your Vita and install like emulators and pirated games on it was to buy a specific game that had an exploit that the program could use. Yeah, everybody wants to be that game because then people buy you regardless of your quality. That was with the 3DS too?
Yeah, it was like Cube Ninja or something like that. Was a game on the 3DS. But nowadays you can... Squeeze the World does not condone pirating.
I condone it.
Whatever. You can...
I don't condone pirating new shit, but if it's at least a generation old, go hog wild.
you can hack your 3DS by just getting like a DSi, like any DSi game.
Huh. The only, I'll tell you, the only console that I have cracked was the original DS. And you didn't need a specific game to do that. You needed,
Well, you needed to do something physically to it, didn't you?
Yeah, you had to open it up and do some physical shit to it. And you had to have a flash cart to do it. That was pretty cool. I used to have all sorts of emulators and shit on my DS.
Whether they worked properly or not.
Some of them worked properly. For some reason, you could get Genesis games to work on it, but not Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Genesis always seems to work better than Super Nintendo does.
It's weird.
I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here.
Awesome.
And when we come back, more collectible hunting and chats with Greg and Patrick. So until then, I've been Rado Goji.
And I'm Soylent Greg.
And we'll be here next time. Join us, won't you?